Good morning and welcome to Inside Texas Politics. I'm Jason Whiteley. In studio with us this morning is a veteran congressman, Republican U.S. Representative Joe Barton, representing Arlington and Ennis and parts of Navarro County also. All of Navarro County. All of Navarro County, too. Joining the questioning is Gromer Jeffers, also political writer with the Dallas Morning News. Congressman, good morning to you, sir.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate you joining us, too. Let's start with the immigration bill. You tweeted recently that you're against amnesty and do not support the immigration reform bill that was passed by the Senate. The Congressional Budget Office, though, said that this is going to cut illegal immigration in half. A net economic gain is what the CBO says, reducing federal deficits by $135 billion and doubling the size of the Border Patrol. How are you against that?
Well, first take the source, the CBO. I don't know that they've ever gotten anything exactly right, so I take a grain of salt with what they say. But I don't think you can give amnesty and citizenship to adults who knowingly and willfully violate our laws to come here. And so for that one reason, I'm opposed to the Senate bill. There are some good things in it. I'm okay on citizenship for children who came here with their parents, and I'm okay on some sort of a legal residency status for those that broke the law coming here, but not citizenship. And I think the House is going to reflect my position, maybe not exactly like I just stated it, but we're not going to rubber stamp what the Senate did because we don't think that's good public policy.
How do you make that bill better, do you think?
Well, what the House leadership is intending to do right now is do a number of smaller separate bills, do a border security bill and do a visa reform bill and a guest worker bill, and then maybe some sort of a citizenship residency bill similar to what I just said. But the Speaker of the House has said that we're not going to take up the Senate bill, and we are going to use what's called regular order, which means you go through the committee system and then bring bills to the floor and then amend it. And so that will take some time.
And as far as the CBO estimates, though, you don't believe those?
Look, I've been around the track a few times in Washington, and the CBO is a little black box where data goes in, estimates come out, but you never really get the algorithm by which they make those estimates, so I don't put a lot of faith in that.
Congressman, just one more on immigration. If you can't get an immigration bill through the House, are you concerned that it will impact the Republican Party, particularly on national elections, presidential elections, which you guys can't seem to win lately?
Well, we haven't been able to win against a political phenomenon called Barack Obama, and some of that
77% of the Hispanic
some of
vote.
That's a credit to him. Tip your hat off to his political skills. Some of it's a reflection of our candidates, and we have not put the kind of candidate forward that I think would maybe attract more Hispanic
votes. But are you worried about losing Hispanic voters?
Well, I'm not worried about losing them because you have to have them first.
Okay, that's a great point.
Now, having said that, a little flippantly, I have an Hispanic advisory committee. I'm very active with the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. I have where I have a large Hispanic vote, I get 40–50% of Hispanic votes. So it's, we at the media level, and then we tend to say you have these different groups of voters, but in truth, voters are voters. And if you have outreach and you interact with everybody in your district and treat them fairly, listen and be responsive when there's an issue you can help, I do fine, and the Republican Party will do fine. Our basic economic message is positive on Hispanics. Our family value message is positive, but we do need to work on the immigration issue. We need to reform the immigration laws. That's long overdue, and we need to come up for a large number of Hispanics who came to this country illegally for whatever reason. We do need to adjust their status.
Okay. One question about the Voting Rights Act. what are the chances that Congress will take up reforming Section 4 of the Voting Rights Act? The Supreme Court tossed it back to you. That's the pre-clearance. You know,
well, Section 5 is pre-clearance. Section 4 is how you collect the data, and it's got all the statistics based on the 1964 election.
Do you anticipate
I would be very surprised if that gets it to the floor of the House.
So basically, then there will be no pre-clearance provisions for a while, for a long time.
That's a fair statement.
Okay.
Congressman, just a couple minutes left here. Texas polls show Ted Cruz leading the pack of possible 2016 presidential contenders. Would you like to see him run for the White House?
Well, it's 2013. Ask me that question in 2016. You know, lots of things are going to happen between now and then. Our governor, Rick Perry, may decide he wants to take another crack at it. You know, my friend Newt Gingrich may want to take another crack at it. And who knows, there may be somebody out there that we're not even talking about now. So it's a little bit early in the game to start touting my friend Ted Cruz, who's been in the Senate all of, what, 6 or 7 months.
Let me switch gears to privacy for a moment. You've been concerned about privacy with Google Glass. You've been back and forth with the company on it. Do you foresee Congress stepping in and establishing any parameters for this emerging technology?
I hope we do.
Such as laws for this stuff? And
well,
so, what
for our younger citizens and voters, they don't have any privacy, and they've grown up not expecting it. But some of us who've been around, like me, still remember when privacy meant something. This Google Glass technology, which is kind of a Star Wars glasses, you tap it, you say a word, and I could be recording this conversation, videoing this conversation with you guys right now without your permission. And then not only could I use it however I wanted, Google can use it however they want.
But you would like to see
wrong.
You would like to see a law or something set up to make sure there are parameters established for privacy.
I think we need a basic Privacy Protection Act for the American people.
Congressman, I appreciate you joining us this morning. We appreciate it, sir.
My pleasure.
Congressman Barton.